All right. Whew. Man, it has been a long day. I'm gonna give it a minute to see if any of you actually come on live tonight. Greetings and welcome. Thank you for joining me here at Bloom from Within Love. You all know I go by Bloomy, and so um, I thought I would actually come on camera today to let you guys, for a change, actually see the face of Bloomy. Um, it's been a while since, give me 1 second here. I'm sorry. It's been a while since I've allowed you guys to even see the face of Bloomy. I do this ever so often, just so y'all know that I'm all right. And as the title says, it says random chat. However, there's going to be a surprise for those of you who actually come on. So it says random chat with Bloomy. And I am going to do 2-card pull for those of you who may be interested in just kind of coming on and maybe just getting, some energetic support for you tonight, in terms of like maybe just a good channeled message and perhaps a breathing exercise, something simple for tonight. But we're going to do some rando chatting. I never really do this. I never do it. You guys rarely see me on camera. And you do see some smoke. What you see is dragon's blood, some of my smudge, because I'm trying to I'm like clearing my energy, clearing my aura. It's been a long day at work. This full moon energy, lots of transitions going on right now. Ooh, and my rising sign, astrologically speaking, for those of you who want to know, I am a Capricorn, not rising, Capricorn sun sign. So the full moon was recently just in Capricorn. So that's a lot for me. So I'm just like, right? On top of, just in my life, there's just been a lot. Okay. Not all bad. So don't jump the gun. There's also a lot of good going on, but there's also just a lot of, I'm energetically sensitive. So with that being said, I process my own energy, but I also feel energy. So, I just be like, oh my God. And then when I, I go through shifts and get into environments and things of that nature, and I feel other people's energy. It's just a lot. And I'm just keeping it 100. And so I just thought I would come on and just be vulnerable and candid and share and give you guys an opportunity to do that as well. And then, this is the cards I have for us today. Just get a card pull from each for us. Crazy, sexy love notes. It says messages from your wise and fabulous inner self. Okay. And then practice you daily awakening. And so this is going to give us like a practical exercise to do in the moment. And then this one is like kind of from either our inner self or our higher self, in terms of like a message that would help us in this now to kind of process and deal with whatever that means for us in this now. Okay. And so that was kind of like where I was with today. And I wanted to do something different. I wanted to do something new and fresh, and wanted to bring in the element of adding me more present with you guys. I'm always present, but I rarely put my face there. And the reason why I rarely put my face here is because I personally feel like it's a distraction. That's just me. I personally feel like in this line of service that people's faces could be quite distracting, no matter what. And I really want you guys to either feel my energy. I want you to hear the message and not get so much lost in the background, like lost in a person's face, lost in what's going on. It's like hear the message because that's what's important, right? All right, so now for me, like I said, without exploiting other individuals that are connected to my 3D reality, right? In terms of the places that I work, where I work, right? Uh, Most individuals right now, 2020 has been a challenging year for most. Uh, I'm not going to get too deep into that. But with that being said, the energy that most people, the vibration, the frequency, the thought patterns, the belief systems, the behaviors and such, it plays a role in how the flow of an environment is going. Okay. And so environments are all the more a little bit more intense than they usually have been in the past. So what and of course we can work on our own inner self and our perspective can shift all of that to a degree, of course. So, but what I'm realizing is it's like, oh, wow. When you've been kind of not involved in that for a period of time, because for a period of time, I was just working remotely. And so for a period of time, I wasn't so much involved. And then my own business, of course. So for a period of time, I wasn't in environments where I had to constantly be engaging constantly with a bunch of folks. Okay. Outside of my conscious business practice. All right. And so what I'm realizing is that I'm like, oh my freaking God. The human default system is already set on fight, flight, or freeze. Human default system is in survival. When you work in an environment that promotes that and pushes that, you're going to feel all of that energy and all that that implies. So if you yourself has already been in a kind of raw and delicate place because we're not perfect and you're trying to process your own stuff and go through your own transitions and then you get into these environments, you're like, what the fuck? Your shadow aspect, we all have shadow versions of us, personas, shadows, different aspects. And I have some interesting shadow versions of me, some very interesting shadow sides. Um, so whether it is the people pleasing shadow side of me, or if it's the other darker shadow side of me where it's like you might want to run because first you saw the people pleaser that's came from the bruised inner child that was looking to be supported and validated by her parents and her siblings. Then you got the other shadow side of me that is liable to hurt you. I call her my queen of swords. She is no nonsense and don't have time for BS and is like gonna cut you because she's like, leave me alone because I ain't bothering you. Don't bother me. Okay. Um, Very smart, very brilliant, but very edgy and dark in nature because she's been through a whole lot and she gets tired of people picking at her and she cuts through bullshit and she see people's maneuvers and she can see that they're operating from their wounds and their survival and all of that, right? So I watch myself, I watch the environment and I'm just kind of like, whew, girl, energy cleanse or Reiki, self Reiki. It's like, right? And so it kind of inspired me to like, okay, a lot of people are probably going through, something similar to that. And it can feel overwhelming with the full moon energy. It could feel overwhelming just as we're wrapping up 2020, as the energy shift is just going through a major change, as we're wrapping the year up, closing the cycles out, all sorts of things, right? And on a daily basis, we can probably all stand for some just And if you're one that has to be in environments where you're constantly around a lot of people, or if you're in a workforce that's dealing with a lot of toxicity, or a money hungry environment, or a very heavy stress environment to do with money, marketing, taxes, um, things of that nature, you probably do need a lot of energy support, a lot of self care. Okay. You guys let me know how you feel, what you think, what's going on with you. If your home life is like that, if you're dealing with that, just a lot of kids at home, or a lot of pressure on your shoulders, people are relying on you, and things of that nature, I'm sure. Okay. So just share your experience. If you feel comfortable, I would love to hear from you guys. I hope that this is a safe place and space, a no judgment zone. I'm not here for that. And if I see any of that in my channel, that stuff is deleted quickly. I don't play that. We're not here to tell people how to feel, what to think, and what to do. So yeah, share your experience, on what's going on with you as you wrap up 2020, and some of your practices in terms of how are you managing your energy? How are you caring for yourself? How are you centering? How are you getting connected back to you? How are you releasing energy that doesn't belong to you? Things that are projected onto you, things that you're picking up from the environments around you, right? All right. So, without any further ado, let's get a message from our beautiful, brilliant higher selves in terms of our intention is to get some guidance on how to stay centered in our higher heart, authentic to who we are, and detach from external influence in every now moment, in the middle of chaos, in the middle of chaos around us. How to stay centered in our higher heart, authentic to who we are, detached from external chaos in every now moment, whether it's the work life, home life, personal life, in the most loving way, in the most comfortable, natural way, right? Right? Let's see. One card. One card. Whew. Listen. Okay. Bottom of the deck. Huh. Interesting. Got two listen cards. This one's at the bottom, that's at the top. All right, give me one moment. I'm going to go ahead and gonna get our support here before I start picking up the messages here. So bear with me. I hope y'all are, at least right now, I hope y'all are doing all right. Have a moment to just deeply breathe. Most of the time, we're breathing shallow. One moment. Okay. Ooh, here's one card. Hmm. What do we need the most for the collective? What would support us in this now with release? What needs to be with release and alignment? Ooh. Releasing energy, releasing frequency, and aligning with neutrality, aligning with benevolence, aligning with our higher heart and wisdom, and with clearing the auric field and attachments, the chakras and meridians from debris, from what we absorb day to day in environments, conversations, interactions, projections from others, thought forms from others. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. All right. So I'm still here. So we got, oddly enough, you guys, we got a lot of listening and grounding messages here. All right. So I'm going to start with these two first, and I'm going to bring them forward. Um, don't laugh at my grungy nails again because they already need to be done. I swear, me and my nails. Um, can you guys see that? So it says here, it says, listen, listen to your body. Okay, so listen, it says here, I need glasses. Um, it says, are you talking more than you're listening? Do you finish people's sentences for them? Shh. True connection is about how we make people feel and whether or not we're being open and present. Life is communicating with you, dear one. An important message is trying to get through. Let go of your fear of not being heard. You'll get your chance. For now, just listen. What I'm picking up with this, ooh, this is good. Okay, ooh, this is good, y'all. Okay. So what I'm picking up with this is that sometimes We feel that in the middle of all the chaos, in the middle of all of the madness, that especially when people are in flight, fight, or freeze, that people aren't paying attention, people aren't being mindful, people aren't hearing us. They probably are not. But the message that I'm getting with this is that right now, so that we're not, first of all, expending too much energy, or that the information that we give off being misconstrued or misunderstood, misinterpreted. Right now is the time to observe, listen, so that we can see clearly, so that we can gather all information that we need to. It's hard to do that when we're constantly trying to communicate. It's hard to be able to really gather properly. And so, even though it can be very frustrating and irritating, just to sit and with the intention of, with an open heart and an open mind, listen. But what's unique is it's paired with this, listen to your body, because the body is also sending signals. And see, and I love this because we often want to rely so much on the intellect alone, but that's not how we're really designed to. That's the human default system. When we awaken in upper consciousness, the intellect paired with the higher heart, okay, the higher knowing, the body is sophisticated. It's going to pick up vibrations and give you intuitive signals of what's going on and what you need to know and what you need to pay attention to. Whether it's directly to do with self-care and rest, or a situation and circumstance in which you are in, whether it is work, a relationship, or anything else. Okay, so it says here, listen to your body, but it requires stillness for this. No matter how bad we feel, our bodies are always working on our behalf to create health and vitality. Meet your body halfway by acting on the messages it sends you. Whether it's a whisper or a war, don't ignore. Oh gosh, you're here. Listen to your body. It wants the best for you. So what I'm picking up with that is often in a day-to-day case scenario, our bodies are telling us when we are going and overthinking, where we're stressing, where we're, I'm gonna give a true to life example. Let's use a work environment. Let's say we're getting into an unhealthy dialogue, and the body is gonna start feeling stress. It's gonna tense up. You're gonna, you're gonna have an energy about it. That's the body saying, all right, you're going into a toxic realm. And so you may say, so what are you supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? We're in a work environment. You can't control others. And this is a lesson that I'm swallowing. You can't control people. People are operating from the level of consciousness in which they are able. For you to try to do anything different is going to be met with resistance. You can't control other people. What are you going to do? So this is something I'm going to start to ask my own inner self. Like, how do you diffuse that for your own health and well-being? Because if it's getting you in a place of like I don't want to do this. I don't want to be here. I don't want to get engaged in this toxicity. I don't want to be in gossip. I don't want to be in negativity. I don't want to be in this vibratory state. I know we attach meaning to things, but it's not about the meaning. certain activity vibrates at certain frequency levels. Everything is energy. Everything is energy. Everything is a frequency. It on a Richter scale, if you will, has hertz. It vibrates at a certain frequency. So, okay, I want neutrality. I don't want to go here because it takes me here. I don't want to go here because this is what it makes, this is my whatever, wherever it takes you. Um, without making it awkward, how do you, right? If you notice that you're going down the wormhole of everybody else's. So I'm beckoning that perhaps, in these moments, we go within like quickly, like, what do I do? Do I change subject? Do I get up and go to the restroom suddenly every time this person come around and start talking crap and start complaining? That's the energy of a lot of people in work environments right now. This is something that I'm realizing because I was working remotely from home for a long time, so I was alone. But what I'm seeing now is that people that are in work environments, they were always this way, but it seems like more so now than before. Okay. And then when you deal with the clients that are like that as well, so you got all of this going on. It's like, how do you not get caught up? Right? Listening to the body because the body is telling you, you're tensing up, you're stressing out, it's affecting you. Go take a walk. Excuse yourself. You don't have to make it to where you make up the person feel bad necessarily, but it's not your responsibility to not make them feel bad. It's not your responsibility to make sure that they're okay. That's something else we're gonna have to let go of because it may trigger them and maybe it should because maybe that's their soul's path to like maybe I need to stop. Maybe I'm getting on people's nerves. Maybe I need to do this at home, or find my own venting place because maybe people don't want to hear it. Maybe they just don't want to hear it. Maybe people don't want to be my human garbage can. Uh, but it's just up to us to, find that way. Like, let me excuse myself. Maybe I need to go take some deep breaths. Maybe I need to take a little break to go outside to take, deep breaths, fresh air. Stop talking about the things in that environment that's provoking this negativity, this negative edge, these negative thoughts, right? Because it says, listen to the body. The body is saying you need to sleep. The body is saying you need fresh air. The body is saying you need rest. The body is saying you need some fruit. The body is saying you need to stay away from toxic people. No, I'm just kidding. But I am and I'm not. I'll say it that way. Because I'm not implying that we need to um, run away from everybody, because we all, like I say, we all have our shadow. We all have a shadow. But only when something is just gone. Like every time you're with this person, it's like 2 hours of toxic. Every time you're with this person, they want to gossip. Every time you're with this talking to this person, they want to dump all of their woes on you. Every time you're talking to this person, it's all about them. They have no interest in you whatsoever. Self-absorbed people. You know what I'm trying to say? Like only um, what that is for you. Nobody else can tell you. But the point of this is saying start paying attention to your body. If it's too much for you, you don't need to explain it to nobody. You don't owe nobody now nothing. Okay. All right. If it's too much, it's just too much. It's time for you a breaky break. Okay. And I'll even go on the record to say this. Now take this with some wisdom, please. Okay. Please, you guys. If something has gone and ran its course And in an environment, a work environment, whatever you want to call it, work, friendship, loveship, whatever, has gone too far and it's become more toxic than it is healthy. It is saying pay attention and listen to all of this. You're going to have to make the judgment call and ask for divine guidance and synchronicity of how to transition that. And I'm using phrases for a reason. How to transition it into the next natural phase. Not everything is meant to be closely connected forever and ever to the end of time, and they live happily ever after in the same manner. Maybe it's no longer fitting in the same manner, if that makes sense. Okay. Um, and that's okay. It's actually a natural cycle to life. Okay. Things are how do you say? Cycle. Everything is cycles in this dimension on this planet. Okay. And everybody is in different phases, stages, chosen even different kinds of paths. Some people are still locked in certain matrix-like programs, and they've chosen that, and that's where they're at. Okay. Some people have chosen to not be to take the red pill, and they want to stay with the blue pill. Okay. And they, you know what I'm saying? They have a right for their blue pill. All right. We can't, Neo can't make folks take the red pill. Trinity can't make people take the red pill. We just are responsible for the management of our own consciousness and our own journey, right? And that requires paying attention to our bodies, being gentle, the signals, and all of that, right? All right. Now, the next cards that we got, it says, when do you, let me let you guys see it first. And then it says here, when do you feel most at home in the silence within yourself? The universe is listening. I am thinking with love. When do you feel most at home in the silence within yourself? The universe is listening. I am thinking with love. And I believe with this card is, I think it's beckoning us to ask ourselves the question, the things that we're doing day to day, make sure that within the day-to-day life that we are taking time to be a part of and do the things that make us feel like we're most at home with ourselves. Because often we're doing jobs and being a part of things that don't make us feel like that. I'm just saying. So, like for an example, bloom from within love, it's who I am. It's me. It's my heart. It's who I am. I feel at home. It's natural to me. But often we are doing jobs like my other jobs outside of Bloom, right? Now, Mary Kay is also part of who I am. It's a part of me because it's natural to me. But I have other jobs that not so much. I'm skilled, but what I do and what I deal with there, it doesn't really make me feel at home. So I feel like this card is asking us to take stock and make sure that we are doing things that make us feel at home. Stillness. We'll find that in that stillness, when it's love based, and that's something else that just came up. It's love based. It's love based. Anytime it's love based, you can sense that higher heart energy. It's love. You'll feel most at home when what you're doing and what you're a part of feels natural, feels love based. And when we say love based, we're not talking about freely foo foo. It's just that it feels like it is light, universe, energy, natural to who you are. It feels benevolent in nature. It doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel intrusive. It doesn't feel intrusive to anybody. At home in the silence within you. I am thinking with love. Wow. Then it says, how do you practice getting grounded? And so that's another thing. I feel like it's saying, okay, how do you get there? You need to ground every day. There's too much going on. It's too much that you're being exposed to. Um, get grounded in the core of your being. This is what my center feels like. Get grounded. And so, with that being said, I don't know where you guys are right now. I know we're not outside or anything, but we can do a quick grounding exercise, believe it or not. Okay. Oh gosh, I should have brushed it. Would have been nice to brush my hair before I got on camera, huh? Anyways. Um, okay. We're gonna practice a little breathing, grounding, centering exercise real quick to help us, okay? Um, yeah, I think that'll be kind of cool. So, what I'm gonna do, I do have my aura spray, one that I created, made by Bloom from Within Love, by the way, okay? Um, with my crystals and jars. And then I also have some essential oils. Some of my favorites that's good for this. All right. Whew. All right. So what I'm gonna do, it's just gonna be quick, nothing fancy. I was thinking of doing a quick Reiki session, but I don't think I'm gonna do that right now. I may come on later and do that, a Reiki slash light language for grounding and centering. Ooh, the sandalwood and rose. Oh my God, it smells so good. Ooh. Okay. And then I'm gonna spray, and then we'll get into the exercise, okay? Let's see if it. Sometimes these spray bottles, they be getting clogged up. That ticks me off too. See, as soon as I said that, what the bummer? This booty whack, man. See, I'm gonna have to invest in some like I don't know if they make bottles to kind of be a little bit more Like the spray nozzle's a little bit more durable or something. I don't know if it's the essential oils that make them not. But that's good enough. All right, so I invite you to get comfortable, cozy, undisturbed. I think I'm going to turn some of the lights out a little bit. I think that'll kind of help. What you guys think? Dim it down some. So we're going to take a few deep cleansing breaths first. And so on the inhale, I want you to imagine that from the base of your tailbone, glowy red ball, creating like vines through your limbs, through your legs. With each inhale, imagine those vines going down through your legs, all the way down through your feet. Imagine them going all the way down into the core of the earth. And even if you can't see them, okay, set your intention to create a strong grounding cord for yourself from your root chakra through down to your feet chakras through the earth. A strong, vibrant, alive, awake, balanced root chakra. And with each inhale that you receive from Gaia, Mother Earth, healing, red energy into every fiber of your being, from the inside out. So from the inside, circling it all up, and then throughout to your auric field. And with each exhale, imagine that you are releasing deep, deep, almost a maroon color back into Gaia of all that you want to release, all of the stress, all of the worry, all the energy from other people, all the things that have happened to you, all of your pain, all of the sorrow, any and everything that you feel is heavy, hurtful, that's just not yours. Just imagine it or just set the intention. And this is with each exhale. And imagine it going into Gaia for transmutation, for healing, for neutrality. Imagine from above, golden white light coming down into the top of your head, just pure love, pure healing, pure support, piercing your head and going straight into every part of your being. Piercing inside, but then exuding outside into your auric field, creating this bubble around you. And imagine or set the intention that this cycle is continual. Energy is going up and down with each breath, up and down, up and down, up and down, just naturally. It's not forced. By intention, it's just natural. You're releasing energy, you're receiving. You're releasing what no longer serves, you're receiving. Up and down, up and down. Then, as you're being grounded, and then merging energy from source, from Gaia, into your heart to center, into neutrality with each breath. So now, if you feel comfortable, you can either place your hands over your heart this way. It instantly raises your vibration. Or you can place your hands over your heart this way, the prayer pose, which balances your yin and yang energy. Now let's begin. Let's take an inhale. It's okay to make a sighing sound as you exhale. It helps to release the energy. It also helps to open up your throat chakra. Another deep inhale. As you inhale, allow your stomach and lungs to expand. You're breathing in. Oh, I actually can feel my chakra spinning. Please. Wow. A couple of months back, I did a yoga meditation, Satnam. I'm feeling guided to say that 3 times. You can join me if you like. The hand movement mudras, as I showed you all before, Satnam, It's slower. Sa, ta, na, sa, ta, na, na. Sa, ta, na, na. I am truth. That mantra connects and aligns you to your ultimate inner truth. I am. Wow. Hmm. Wow. A message is coming through. Um, it is easy to get caught up in the busyness, the madness, the chaos of life, the chaos of transitions, jobs, our lower mind in the fight, flight, or freeze mode is used to that setting, operating that way. Oddly enough, it's in that stillness. It's in the stillness. It's in calmness. It's in silence that you find your inner truth, that you find the guidance in which you truly are seeking, that you find the answers. It's it's never it's never in the chaos. It's never in the push. It's never in the busy that you're going to find your answer, that you're going to find your most aligned truth ever. Sure, you may find levels of success or seemingly success by the busy or the push, but the satisfaction will not last and it will not feel like home. It's in the stillness. where you connect to that. Know that you are worthy and deserving of your own stillness, silence, quietness, no matter what. You're deserving of that you might create, co-create more consciously from your higher heart the answers or solutions, realities in the 3D in which you truly desire, you truly deserve, that you want to experience without all of the push and pull, with all of the fight, without all of that the egoic mind is used to operating in for survival. And becoming comfortable with the reality that many around you are going to still be there. Becoming okay with that without getting swallowed into their versions of reality. You'll find your unique way to navigate this, but you won't find it unless you allow yourselves this stillness for you. You don't allow that, you will get caught up in the realities of others, their versions of it, their vibration. It's necessary. We're not saying you need to meditate for 5 hours a day. We are saying, listen, pay attention to your own resonance, pay attention to your own soul, pay attention to your own body, and the practices that's going to be necessary. You, stillness, nature. Yes, to connect to your own soul, to release things that you're around, to get that guidance. So you're not reactive. Caring for yourself, right? That simple practice that you all just did, things like that don't have to be all that complex. But things like that can do wonders for you on a day-to-day basis. Sometimes it's just that simple. Right? All right, you guys. Well, there you have it. There was your message there. I hope you guys enjoyed the random chat with me, Bloomy. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. I hope you guys enjoyed the meditation, the breathing exercise there. Hope it helped you the way it helped me. I already feel like, I was like, I felt that it helped me. And that message that came through, I hope that certainly gave you guys some confirmation in terms of some things to do to help keep you grounded and centered and things like that on a day-to-day, and some stuff that you all may be dealing with. And as we're closing out 2020, you know, I'm excited about 2021. I just know it's just going to be, for many of us, it's been a long time coming. Many of us, uh, 2021, it's going to be a shocker for those that are looking. Like, wow, like, whoa, right? It's been a long time coming, but especially for many Capricorns, those that are born in December, January. Um, it's just been a long time coming. Every area of our lives. So it's like success uh, in every area is like, whoa, where there's been so much injustice in our lives. And I'm really looking forward to that. I'm so happy to see that energy finally breaking for us. And then the rest of you who are not, bottom line is I'm just excited to see like there's a major shift coming. Those that have been really waiting to see. And they put in the work. I'm not talking about people, you know, I'm talking about people who really have sincerely, where justice needs to be served. I'll put it that way. So, um, anyway, I send you all love and light. I wish you all well. If I don't talk to you guys between now and January 1st, I wish you guys happy new year. Okay. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourself. Okay. Everything is energy. Balance is the key. Gentle with yourself. Send you guys love and light. Namaste.